As I tried to leave, I felt rooted in place, held by a force that felt almost palpable. My instincts screamed to flee, yet I couldn't move, fully aware of the darkness closing in. The warning became clear. There's a need for vigilance now more than ever, a time to stay spiritually grounded and cautious against influences that seek to distract, disrupt, or even deceive. When I woke up, the message's urgency lingered. I knew then that this wasn't a message meant only for me. God had shown me something crucial that every believer needs to hear. As Halloween approaches, there's more to this season than costumes and decorations. There's a hidden layer that many overlook, a spiritual atmosphere that grows bolder as people let down their guards in the name of fun and festivity. Halloween has always carried with it a mix of history and symbolism, yet many see it as harmless fun. But this dream reveals that something about this year is different, something that demands a heightened level of awareness. The call is not simply to avoid celebration, but to see beyond appearances. The costumes, decorations, and light-hearted gatherings often cover a spiritual reality that can be darker than it seems. There's a real need to be cautious of what we open ourselves up to, especially in seasons that invite an exploration of the unseen, even if only for entertainment. For many, Halloween is a time of laughter, dressing up, and enjoying harmless scares. But in this dream, God was showing me that under the surface lies a potential doorway, one that spiritual darkness is eager to exploit. I am sharing this message not to create fear, but to inspire awareness. The warning isn't to live in fear, but to be vigilant, spiritually discerning, and mindful of what we allow into our lives. This Halloween, we're being called to protect our hearts and minds, to stand firm in the truth of God's Word, and to avoid anything that opens us up to influences that seek to turn us from His light. The phrase "resist yourself" repeats in my mind, reminding me that resisting doesn't just mean avoiding external things. It also means standing guard against the parts of ourselves that are vulnerable to distraction, temptation, or doubt. It's about resisting the desire to blend into the world's ways without question, and instead choosing God's path, even when it feels countercultural. This Halloween, let's make a conscious decision to anchor ourselves in God's truth. It's a time to remember that spiritual forces are real and that our choices matter. God has given us the strength to resist, but it requires us to be mindful, to ground ourselves in His Word, and to stay aware of the subtle ways darkness tries to enter our lives. So I urge you, as this season unfolds, to take this message to heart. Use this time as an opportunity to grow closer to God, to renew your commitment to His truth, and to remain vigilant. Remember, we are not alone in this. God's Spirit is with us, guiding, protecting, and strengthening us against any influence that seeks to harm. This season, rather than indulging in the distractions, let's focus on what truly matters. Let's use this time to deepen our spiritual roots, to pray for protection, and to encourage each other in faith. As we resist the world's pull, let's also remember to support each other, to be a source of light and strength for those around us.